Hi, my name is Amani Jessica. I easily go by Miss Amani. So welcome to yet another segment. In case you're new here, kindly join our very tight-knit community that grows by the day in close proximity. So you could do that by subscribing, going through our very previous segments, liking, sharing, commenting. That's what we do, and that's what makes us tight-knit. So feel free to do that. And in case you are a returning subscriber, I'm very grateful for your continued support. I'm very grateful that you give me audience every now and then in as much as I create. So yeah, welcome to yet another segment. Prior to my beginning, of course, I'd like to express my gratitude to my audience, to the people who show me support in very many different ways, those who stick by to make the tight-knit community glue very tight, for those who follow up on our social media platforms, share what we put up there, interact with our content, make the interaction very strong. So I'd like to pass my gratitude to all of you. Thank you very much. And I'm grateful that I actually do give value to your presence here with me. So as it is my solemn responsibility, I do serve tea, hot off the press, from my pot directly to your cup. So I hope you're ready. So yeah, as it is my custom, I do read you guys some of the highlights that we have for you today so that I can keep you hinged, so that I can keep you here. Actually, this is to sort of lure you to not go away, to not get off of your screens. So yeah, I have quite the list on my highlights. Among what we're going to talk about today is Nairich. Of course, I did tell you guys that I'm going to give you updates as we proceed, because it's a continued reality TV show that we sure are excited about. So we have something to mention about that. We also have TMI Podcast KE, who just held their live event. So we're going to touch a bit on that. We have a bit from Rwanda, Sikosa. Of course, you know it. So alongside Sikosa, we are going to have a conversation about Pamela, the Ben's wife. Of course, you guys, I keep telling you, I'll stay referencing our previous segments. So if you have caught up with what we have been posting, you do know there was a little bit of, what do I call it? Misbehavior from Ben. And we haven't seen any response from Pamela. Okay, we're going to touch on that. Do stick around for that one. We do have a bit from Nadia. Of course, you do remember, again, from our previous segment, that I promised you guys I'm going to do a little bit of comparison. If you've watched that segment, you do know comparison between who and who. So Nadia is involved. Do stick around to find out why. We do have something from Otile. I know it's been a while since you've seen him on the scene, since you've seen him on your screens, since you even heard about him. So we do have something to mention about him. Look out for that one. We do have Zari. Yes. Again, I stay referencing our previous segments. So if you've been following up, you do know there've been the infamous fallout. There have been a lot. There have been conversations around it, people giving their opinions left, right, and center, some of which close to the two, some of which are far apart, but everybody giving their opinions. So we do have some news right there. So stick around for that one as well. We have something to mention about Zuchu and Rwanda, like the two, Zuchu and Rwanda, all together. So of course, stick around for that as well. So yeah, that is just but among the things that I have in store for you guys. And of course, like I always promise, as it is my custom, my solemn responsibility, I serve you hot off the press. So let's address the elephant in the room, Zari. Okay, we're going to mention Shakib alongside her, of course, because as we proceed, we're going to see that the two appear. All right, referencing our previous segments, of course, we've seen these two make appearances. They've had the most infamous recent fallout where the two happened to, go back. No, I wouldn't say go back to back on each other. Kindly go back to our previous segments, all right? Go back to your previous segment and get the gist, and then come here, because it's always going to be a continuation, by the way. There's no way you're going to skip the previous segments for this one, because along the way, you're just going to sort of feel like lost, you know, and lost in a manner curious, because you're going to be curious to understand. So go back to our previous segments and then come and join the dots soon after. So just recently we have seen Zari receive flowers. Okay, she went on ahead to again post on her socials. She's received flowers, and I'm going to put the said video so that you get a glimpse of that. So that you get a glimpse of that. And on the video, you do see that she is in some sort of a lounge area, and she has other people, and she's holding flowers, and she's all excited, and she's all bubbly, and she's going on to explain how she deserves all this, how love is a beautiful thing, and then the entire audience is just going about, you know, cheering her on and saying how she's received flowers from her husband. Of course, we do know the husband is Shakib. Okay, so immediately after, we do see Zari going, of course, online to admit that she was actually wrong. Okay, so I'm going to read quote unquote. Okay, she went on and said, I'm going to play the said video, of course. So as I read, it goes to say, I have a husband, but some time back I said crazy things. Okay, as you might have seen, as a normal person, you reach a point and you are challenged. Things happened. Allah created us that way. We all make mistakes, but when you reflect, you see your wrongs. Truly, I made a mistake. I had my frustrations to the point of venting on social media. I broke down on the wrong platform. Okay, so she admits that she was going through her own frustrations. You do remember in the previous segments where we were talking about their apparent fallout, we did explain that it did appear that both of them were acting out of passive aggression. All right, so we can see she goes to further explain that she was going through her own frustrations, and it's just that her choice of the place to vent is what was wrong. That's in accordance to her. Okay, so she admitted she was wrong, something that is not very common with Zari. All right, I don't know how many times we've seen her admitting she's wrong publicly like that, leave alone admitting that she's wrong, actually doing the wrongdoing like the way she did publicly. So does this go to show that Shakib has really brought out the side of Zari that no man has before, that no man who has been with her has been able to do before? Okay, hold that tab down at the taskbar. So immediately after, again, I am going to put the said videos, all right? So it does not look like I'm just blabbering. I'm going to put the said videos. So again, following her admitting that she was wrong, we do see her and Shakib partying. Okay, playing the said video on your screens. We do see them partying together. So if you've been following up, what do you think? I have two POVs. Okay, let me lay them on table. So my first POV, is it that Zari decided to no, she actually realized that, oh my god, I did my husband wrong, and this is the man that I love, the man that Allah has set aside for me. And yeah, and she decided to go secretly, and not necessarily secretly, but outside of the public space, and just go and apologize to her husband. We did see that she went to Uganda within that whole time of the whole fire of their fallout. We did see she went to Uganda. So do you think she went and apologized to her husband, and then Shakib softened up and sent her flowers, and then she decided, because I did this thing online and I destroyed the whole online space with the entire fallout, I should probably go fix it same way I destroyed it, and decided to come online and admit she was wrong. Then afterwards, they went partying, so they're showing us, oh, we've actually reconciled. That's the first POV that I have, all right? So my second POV is this. Do you think that Shakib sat down and thought, this is my wife, I have to fix my home, and sent her flowers to soften her up? And Zari softened and decided to do a public apology, a public confession that, not confession really, admit publicly that I was wrong and seek the necessary apology and show the online people that, yeah, I'll fix my marriage. And then thereafter they resolved, and now we later see them partying. Do let me know which POV makes more sense to you. Okay, so my two POVs aside, we do see that these two do actually love each other. Okay, when all is said and done, when all is brought to table, when skeletons are gotten out of the closets, when everything is just brought out and the dirty linen is like paraded outside, these two love each other. I mean, it's so evident. If love wasn't involved in a mutual manner, we wouldn't be seeing this particular lens that they're going to, you know, sort of make it work. And like I said, it's not in Zari's, we're not used to Zari apologizing. Okay, we've seen her being the boss lady. If anything, she's apologized to. But in this particular instance, first of all, she makes such a mistake that is very feelings driven, all right? It's very feelings driven because you can see it was off of passive aggression, and yet again, it came out of too many emotions. We've not seen her behave like that before, okay? And then she later on comes and admits that she was wrong. Zari, the boss lady, wrong? So Shakib, hold a men's conference and tell them how it's done. Tell them how it's done. So hats off. Hats off. You have the boss lady out of her majestic seat. Shakib, what are you doing? Let them know. Tell them. Teach them. Show them the way. Show them the way. You know, as they say, president, general among the nations. So we're so happy to see that in one way or another, Shakib is getting his way. You know, like we're seeing, aside from the stereotypes, I mean, they were saying Shakib wasn't bringing anything to the table. So why are you crying over his table? Why? Why do you want to have a table alongside him? Like I said in the previous segment, Shakib proves to be the prize, guys. He proves to be the prize. He really does. And it's beautiful to see that he could get the boss lady to fall this deeply in love. Zari, the boss lady, who could have anybody in any form, shape, and manner, status, name it. She's this in love. Shakib, show us your ways. Show them your ways. So yeah, that's beautiful to see. Shakib is really bringing out the feminine out of the masculine boss lady that we have seen all these years. Even Diamond couldn't do that. Even Diamond couldn't. Simba, you couldn't do that. We've never ever seen you make Zari emotional to a point of making it public. Like this, in this manner, in this particular manner, you know? So yeah, you know, where love is involved, we as the East Africa Weekly with Amani, we root for it. We love love. We love to see people in love. We love. So yeah, we are rooting for the genuine love. So yeah, looking forward to how everything pans out. I hope they've followed each other back, because you remember in our previous segment we did speak about them unfollowing each other and all the shenanigans of deleting photos. I hope those photos weren't deleted, they were just but archived. so that you remove them from the archives and they're back to, So yeah, we are excited for now. So yeah, happy for them both. So we have come to the end of yet another beautiful segment. I would like to again express my gratitude to my returning subscribers and the founders and the members of my tight-knit community. You guys go to show how strong the glue on us is. So thank you so much, guys, for proving loyalty, for your continued support, for the fact that you always come back to see what I have in store for you. It keeps me motivated to actually keep creating. So I am really, really grateful for that. And in case you're new here, you've dropped by today, feel free to join us. We have too much room. We're going to accommodate you, and yeah, we keep growing by the day. Like I said, my tight-knit community keeps growing by the day in close proximity, and it's something that I do not take for granted. I will forever be grateful for. I keep saying that I don't think I'll ever get used to it, all right? Because the reception caught me, it was very overwhelming. Okay, so I am very, very grateful. You guys do feel appreciated, and thank you so much. So yeah, feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe. Do feel free to follow us on our social media platforms at Miss Amani_official. That's on Instagram, and on TikTok, that's Miss Amani_official. We post very beautiful content. Okay, there you also get to see the side of me that you do not see here. I know some of you are wondering, this lady is always seated down. Is she short? Is she plump? Is she thin? Follow our social media platforms, because you get to see that side that you do not see over here as per now. So yeah, interact with us. We love your engagement. I also love the reception that you guys are giving me on our social media platforms. So I am so very grateful for that as well. So yeah, thank you very much for being here, and I hope I have given value to your precious time granted to me. So it's been yours, Amani Jessica, and this is East Africa Weekly with Amani.